Hello, and welcome to Shed Talks, a series of talks from my shed. You'll no doubt see behind me that I have one or two items made from a certain brand of plastic. Some of you might know that these plastic bricks are a bit of a passion of mine. What you can't see is the modest amount of bricks all sorted into the different colours and shapes and sizes and then neatly stacked in boxes below the benches. Also, you can't see the pile of instruction booklets that come with the sets to help you build a particular item. These booklets are great, especially when you start building something really complicated, like the crane over my right shoulder. The instructions are great, very detailed, and sometimes they need to be, because you only have to lose concentration once, and the consequences a few pages later don't bear mentioning. The instructions help me stay on track to finish the set properly. Another way of looking at this is probably more familiar to us all. What if every driver decided to ignore the white lines in the middle of the road? Smash-ups would rival apocalyptic visions. Those splotches in the road keep us on track. They keep us safe as long as we're paying attention. 1 Chronicles 23, 24-32 is an interesting read, especially for me working at Bethany. The job of the Levites was basically to look after the running of the temple, a bit like me but with one major difference. An extra part of their job was that they were set apart to offer thanks and praise to God every morning and every night, day in and day out, in a never-ending cycle. We get that from verse 30. It was their job. It was a requirement no matter what. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Praise, praise, praise. Imagine the temptations inherent in this routine. Did easy to repeat prayers take the place of petitions motivated by full hearts and genuine gratitude? Did their minds wander as the words bubbled out? Hear me, O God. Oh, there's a spider. In our own spiritual journey, praise and thanksgiving are like a white line, keeping our hearts on track. But it doesn't take much to veer off course, does it? Praise and thanksgiving risk becoming routine and irrelevant. Praise and thanksgiving, blah, 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 blah. We've all heard of the doctor who's in terrible physical condition, or the plumber whose house has leaky pipes. When you do something for a living, as these people do, it's sometimes hard to stay motivated and to keep your own life in order. This is what it may have been like for the Levites as well. Praise and thanks are key ingredients in a healthy relationship with God. We need them as much as we need fresh air. Praise isn't just an outward gesture, it reveals what's inside us, the attitudes we have towards God. When we offer meaningful thanks, we acknowledge that God's goodness deserves our recognition and awe. Every gift comes from His hand. Nothing we've done grants us the sun's bright rising or peaceful slumber at night. It all comes from God's good hand. How do we make our delight in God genuine and true every day? Unlike the Levites, God doesn't demand that we follow certain daily requirements. Maybe that makes the routine more difficult. But nevertheless, we are responsible for taking the time to bow before Him and offer our praise and thanks. When we skip this routine, we become like those drivers who disregard the centre line, a potential accident just waiting to happen. But when we take the time to regularly focus on and praise the God who loves us, He helps us stay on track. Now I've got a couple of things just to think about, just 3 points. Spiritually, what would you describe? Would you describe yourself as on track or as an accident waiting to happen? And can you answer why? Why does God want you to praise Him? And then, can you list several things in your life for which you can praise and thank God? How can you keep your prayers of praise and thanksgiving fresh? See you later. Bye.